Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hakim Wicaksono, and today I would like to share about what is a teacher and their roles and responsibility and their planning and others. And this is actually for my comprehensive talks. And first, I would like to share about what is a teacher. In my opinion, a teacher is a facilitator, mentor, and guide who help students develop their knowledge, skills, and character. A teacher role is not only to deliver subject matter, but also to create meaningful learning experiences, support student growth, and encourage them to become independent learners. And as a teacher, there are several important responsibilities. One of the main duties is planning learning activities. It's like involves deciding lessons that are aligned with learning objectives, students' needs, and curriculum standards. A teacher prepares learning teaching materials, learning activities, and assessment instrument to ensure effective learning. And another important duty is facilitating and assessing learning. It's like a teacher guides students throughout the learning process and evaluate their progress to identify strengths and areas that need improvement. And there are to support the teaching process. Teachers use a lesson plan or teaching modules. A lesson plan serves as a guide for conducting classroom instruction and help organize activities systematically. Its main function are to provide a clear structure for teaching and learning, and ensure an alignment between objectivities, activities, and assessment, and help teacher manage time and resource effectively. A lesson plan typically includes learning objective, learning materials, teaching method, learning activities, learning media, and assessment procedure. In carrying out instruction, teacher can apply various teaching methods such as lecture-based learning, discussion-based learning, project-based learning, cooperative-based learning, and game-based learning, and other. And during my PLP, I implemented game-based learning in an English class by using vocabulary game guessing. It's like student works in a team, answer a question, and earn point for correcting answer. This activity increased their participation and motivation because they were actively involved while enjoying learning process. To measure student learning progress, teacher use different evaluation methods. Formative evaluation is conducted during the learning process to monitor student understanding and provide feedback. And also there's a summative evaluation. Summative evaluation is usually conducted at the end of unit or course to measure overall achievement. and also and teacher can also use authentic or performance assessment. It's like where students demonstrate their knowledge through presentation, project, or portfolios maybe. In addition, self-assessment and peer assessment encourage students to reflect on their own learning and evaluate their work of their classmates. And during my PLP, I put formative evaluation by asking students short reflection question at the end of each campus learning session. This help students understand their level of comprehension and plan the next lesson more effectively. Help students and help me. And student learning outcomes can be categorized into cognitive, psychomotor, and affective abilities. Cognitive ability is relates to thinking skills such as understanding, analyzing, remembering, and problem solving. Psychomotor ability is involves physically skills and coordination such as conducting experiments, creating projects, or giving presentation. And the last one is affective ability. It refers to attitudes. It's like values, emotion, social skills, and including responsibility, respect, and cooperation. To become effective educators, teachers are expected to process four competencies: pedagogical, professional, social, and personal competence. Pedagogical competence refers to ability to understand students' characteristics, design learning activities, and assess learning outcomes. Professional competence involves material or subject matter and continuous professional development. And social competence is the ability to communicate and interact effectively with students, college, parents, and their community. And the last one is personal competence. It relates to demonstrating good teacher responsibility, integrity, and professionalism. And among these competencies, I believe that social competence is the area I still need to improve, particularly in communicating and interacting with diverse group of students. To develop this competency, I actively seek teaching experience, observe experience teachers, participate in educational discussion, and practice communicating more confidently and effectively during classroom activities and teaching practice. Yeah, I think that's all for me. That's all for my comprehension tax, and that's all that experience I shared during my PLP. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.